way on the other side of the internet in these YouTube streets, the big dogs, Charlemagne and academics have clashed or are clashing. I often say, no matter what the genre is, it seems with our people, us, melanated individuals, beef, toxicity, arguing, talking shit, everybody gets involved. It's crazy. It's not just hip hop. So, but this is hip hop media based, and Chick Smooth is doing the heavy lifting on this one. We finna ride and see what Chick Smooth say these other two have been up to. Oh my mama.
Oh boy, here we go, you guys. Grand opening, grand closing. The friendship between DJ Academics and Charlemagne is over. DJ Academics is officially waging war against Charlemagne, and this is going to end very bad. Now, if any of you guys out there have been paying attention, you guys knew this was eventually going to happen. Now, 2 years ago, I called this out on my channel. If you guys really paid attention, there was always something there between Academics and Charlemagne. It really kicked off after Academics called out Charlemagne publicly for never being on his podcast. According to Academics, Charlemagne...
Remember that? That was a while ago. And I remember academics explaining like how they communicated a couple times, and then he finally like, yeah, all right. Yeah, I remember that.
was giving him the runaround anytime he asked Charlemagne when he was free to come on his pod.
I don't lie. Charlemagne, Peace, you should do a top 10. I said, Char, need you for a podcast. February 8th, 2022, need you for a podcast episode for Off the Record. I asked him before I asked Andrew. I'm looking at Char. That's I fuck with Andrew too. I've done 2 podcasts with Andrew. Andrew came on my shit. I asked Charlemagne before that. I'm keeping a beat. I need you for a podcast episode for Off the Record. Bro, like, what are we doing? Bro, you know, we got to keep it factual over here. Whenever you free, been too long. Hope 2022 been good to you. Senior movie Kevin Hart keep leading. I'm watching. I ain't gonna lie. I'm sure his response too. I ain't no hater. He said,
It sounded like at that point, Charlemagne didn't really respect academic status and just thought he was somewhat of a groupie, jocking and congratulating him. Didn't realize 3-4 years down the line, academics would be considered an equal, if not superior to some people. Generational preferences dictate that sometimes. You sit around long enough, unless you Snoop Dogg, because I was just in the store the other day, it was some tiny babies in there, and they had like the rap snacks. Lil Baby was up there, some more of the newer rappers. That little bitty baby said, I saw him on TV. That's like, I was laughing, like, that's crazy. Snoop got something else. But typically, it's a generational issue as to who is more recognizable and, palatable to the taste. And I believe Charlemagne academics represent 2 different generations. Academics generation is the contemporary one and down. And I think Charlemagne's is the contemporary one and up. And once you get on top of contemporary, people older than me, man, they not tripping on. So it might be hard to come across in this social media space winning against someone like academics who has equal amount of exposure and visibility.
Peace, I'm coming soon. That's my word. How are you? We start talking about some other shit. Okay, all right. You know what I mean? I need you for the pod. Yeah, I got you. I'm coming soon. All right, but how are you? All right, cool. You talking about some other shit. I'm like, all right, okay. Bro, we all know how you deal with a chick that don't like you asking her, when you gonna chill? Like she's like, oh, she swipe over your story, be like, oh shit, what's up with you, bro? Yo, we trying to chill. She'd be like, soon. We gonna chill soon. But yeah, like, nah, I ain't gonna lie. That's a pretty vacation post. You supposed to say, well, bruh, that's what it is.
Now, it also made matters worse that Charlemagne would bring Loon on his podcast. Academics felt like, well, if you got time to bring up this nigga Loon on your podcast to come talk shit about me, even though we're supposed to...
With this grain of black in here, we look like Loon in there. Oh, blah, 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 blah. We shout out to Cuz. He keep that green thing. We switch it up, but yeah, I know this is kind of similar to his setup.
be cool and I've been asking you to come on my podcast, that's a little bit strange. Now, for the next 2 years, Academics reassured the fans that everything was cool between him and
Crazy Charlemagne is G Malone partner. And I just got a G Malone similar about him having making content with Snoop Dogg. And if you knew the art text communication similar to Academics and Charlemagne, the one he talking, I got almost an identical text thread with glasses that stretch back months, which the only difference is initially he brought it up like it's time for us to do something. But matter of fact, glasses are supposed to come on Facts with Feelings way on Street TV. I forgot how far it goes back. But just our conversation has come to a culmination as to tomorrow we supposed to finally get it in. But the way Academics singly took umbrage to the fact that Loan appeared before Charlemagne got around to what they talked about, I took umbrage at glasses because I believe his last uh communication to me was like, my bad, SPI, I just been hella busy. I won't even tell you the actual words I communicated him to when I seen him on there with Snoop Dogg. But what I did say after that caused the homie to get real easty, tap in, and keep his sietes. And we putting him on notice, on blast. If we don't create no content tomorrow, Sunday, May 31st, he full of shit. Shout out the glasses and K-Style on my mama.
Charlemagne. Anytime something happened in the media or anytime Lauren LaRosa talked about Academics would get online and tell people, nah, Charlemagne is my guy. I just spoke with him a couple hours ago. Well, fast forward to earlier this week. According to Academics, Charlemagne called him with some information, letting him know that somebody somewhere out there is spying on him. Now, here's where things went left. According to Academics, he asked Charlemagne who the exact person was. Charlemagne refused to give up his sources. And now Academics feels like, well, fuck it. If you're not with me, you're against me.
Side E double, cuz years I've been hearing, I heard motherfuckers usually be the homies or some of the homies. What they name, and it's coming from another homie. Oh, cuz I don't want to be, well, cuz check this out. I don't want to hear nothing that homie said or gotta say what they think unless they got a name, cuz. And then, whether they realize it or not, the niggas who be coming at me talking about the homie said, but then they be want to protect which homies it is. 'Cause I might keep the relationship open so you can keep letting me know, but I'll be like, fuck you off top too. Oh, my mama. That shit be weird, cuz don't come tell me nothing you heard and then be scared to tell me who said. Eastside E-Double, I know a nigga right now, cuz. Uh, he was making some kind like I met him through the internet. He a Keyway, West Side Keyway. We cool. He was cordial. Uh, we chopped it up. We done politicked in person. Had meals at restaurants, and then I got with another one of his younger homies. Everything copacetic in both relationships. Never had no issues. But as I get to hollering at the younger homie one time, he mentioned the older homie who I've never had an issue with. Other than one time, I felt like he did some weird shit on the phone by getting his wife on a three-way to try to make a point that he and I were discussing, debating, or elaborating upon. And when she got on the phone, as a grown man, I felt so extremely awkward. I apologized to her and told her I would never engage in this type of interaction with a man's wife. And then I asked him, why would you do me like that, bro? I don't know if that shocked him, offended him, but next thing I know, his little homie telling me that Woo said, watch you. He seen me fucking with you. You janky. I'm like, is that right? I don't say nothing. I keep it under my hat, right? Months, weeks go by. Well, I ain't really heard from the older nigga in a long time. So I sent him a video. Homie from Avalon had did some way out shit and worked his way from a man's prison he had life to a female prison and got a female inmate pregnant. And she from Southside Compton, Cut from Avalon. And he called in and I let him tell his story on my channel because it's controversial because he wasn't classified with that bullshit, them laws, like, so he could get in a female prison. but it was a real controversial because he never really, but long story short, it's a nigga who I continuously communicate with about content. It's a key way. I sent it to him. It's after the conversation about his wife, like, or with his wife. I'm like, send it to him. He like, oh, don't send me no gay shit. I said, "Cause I don't do no gay shit, nigga. I don't, like, he refused to check it out. That was my last communication with him. Way down the line, I was told that he stated that I was junkie. But mind you, I ain't thought about on me in a while. Out the blue, he hit me when the Martin Luther King parade day, when this last recent one that went up, he hit me on that day. Totally separate from anything we ever discussed. He needed to contact someone that I had put him in touch with prior. And when he asked me for the get down, I hit the homie. I'm like, whoopty whoop, trying to holler at you. He like, for sure, whoop. So I immediately sent cuz number. So I guess he get in touch, whoop, and he tapped back. As the gentleman that I've known him to be, he thanked me for like the link. I'm like, whoop. Say less, for sure, cuz, no problem. Even though you think I'm janky. He like, I gotta respect cuz. He didn't say, I ain't say that. He like, who told you that, SPI? I told him who told me. Yeah, I'm not finna be, oh, I ain't gonna tell you. I don't play them games. Grown man open his mouth, tell me something on that small petty level about another grown man. I might keep it up under my hat for years. I will keep that to my advantage in communication. Like, I wouldn't have reached out to tell, like, oh, I heard you said I was janky. I waited till he found himself in need of my assistance. I didn't bring it up before I assisted him. I humbly assisted him as if I had no clue he said this. And once he became appreciative of my gesture, then I let him know I know what you said. That's the type of me I am, but I'm not but I ain't gonna tell you said it. That's weak shit.
My man Charlemagne, he gave me a call. He said, this was going around. I seen it. So what? Where'd it come from? I don't know. Oh, okay.
Still ain't heard one thing that classifies me as janky other than probably now they didn't communicate and say, like, you see, cuz told me what you said. Yeah, he supposed to. He's sorry.
Charlotte, if I wasn't supposed to air you out on that, it's okay. But listen, I got to get to the bottom of this. I hear Laura LaRosa got it in the background. What Laura LaRosa got? What? Then I hear, oh, you got like one of the stooges that was on this show and then this other guy that don't like you. And I'm like, what's going on here? Now, like for anything, I like to address things head on. But with that, I don't like doing proxy wars. I like to just kick it off. I tell all y'all eat a dick. Straight up. All y'all eat a dick. Y'all ain't stop.
Oh, he throwing Frank at him and all that. Zip with the drip. Your son, he throwing Frank at him and all that. That nigga, he burnt out with that.
But nothing. All y'all can eat a dick. When there is entities that's plotting against me, don't be the messenger. You either with me or against me. No DJ Khaled's around my book. No DJ Khaled's around my book. Get the fuck away. I did get alerted that there is some dossier that, they thought the big reveal was.
I done heard so-and-so called and asked, you know where SPI live at? Heard he finna move to Arizona. It's money on his head behind whoop-de-whoop. The motherfucker who didn't tell me, hey, I heard whoop-de-whoop, but I ain't gonna tell you who said it. Who would have been up with that motherfucker? Yeah, the motherfucker who said it is dead, but I know he ain't the one that really had them interests. So yeah, yeah. And the should be crazy, T-Way. It's a couple years ago, though.
Akademiks is number one on the media list again. By the way, I'm number one by a mile. I'm not close with you niggas. None of y'all. Listen, whoever it fits, just hold that shot and return it if you want. But I'm speaking as if it's a reason why I'm numero uno.
Now, keep in mind, Akademiks Mans, Grand Wizard, the guy that runs Akademiks TV. Somebody was spying on him. They got a picture of him outside of his crib, and those pictures were made public. So After getting his pictures leaked and after Charlemagne refused to give up his sources to Akademiks, he then says fuck it and tells Grand Wizard, post any negative thing you can on Charlemagne. I don't give two fucks anymore and it's wartime. These guys are now planning to cancel.
It's the thing. Watch all this shit they finna play that Charlemagne got going on. However, I gotta say, academics must be the top dog because I know the shit that he said that it's kind of like what all that bullshit Corey Holcomb said, it don't exist no more. Me personally, YouTube didn't give me a warning, tell me to take it down. They didn't demonetize it. They snatched that shit off my page, and all I did was play what academics had said to the little boy, and I reacted to it. And YouTube is not even allowing that verbiage, that audio to exist in its metaverse nowhere around it. So the fact that these things are going to be able to be brought to the forefront against Charlemagne, and you can't play the worst shit about academics, Charlemagne is going to be an L because this looks ugly, smugly, snasty bad.
Charlemagne, or at least get him to lose his Netflix deal. It's all nasty, you guys. If you guys go to Akademiks TV on Twitter, it's been nothing but nasty propaganda against Charlemagne. Grand Wizard is pulling up any old clip about Charlemagne, and he starts every tweet saying Netflix podcaster Charlemagne, basically trying to get Netflix attention to eventually do something to Charlemagne. And yes, every negative tweet on Akademiks TV page has been approved by Akademiks.
Not gonna lie, I was saddened. Unfortunately, I had to declare war on the entire hip hop media. It's not necessarily me, but I had to take the gloves off. My team, my people, at the end of the day, I gotta pick who's aligned with me, and the people who rock with me, they're the people I gotta protect. They've been targeted, harassed. We don't know about who. We gonna find out at some point. And I've been kind of holding them back for the majority part for almost a year. Keep in mind, these are, if y'all think I'm nasty, these people are worse. Like, birds of a feather, right? So yeah, it was kind of saddening yesterday because with the constant harassment that's been coming towards the team for like,
Wow, we call him Whackademics. He just said it, birds of a feather, right?
damn near a year, I had to tell him, I said, listen, the gloves is off. Do what y'all got to do. You know what I mean? If whoever, and I don't know who it is, if they not playing fair, let's make sure we don't play fair. So I was very saddened yesterday. Actually, that's probably one of the reasons I probably didn't stream. I was a little bit sad. And I was just like, because I would rather not get to the point, but it is what it is. At the end of the day, sometimes you got to burn down the whole building to figure out what the source of the issue was. So it is what it is.
Now, here's where things get interesting, you guys. I'm not sure if this smear campaign is going to work. These are not going to be surprising to anybody Charlemagne works with. Just like Joe Budden does with all his business partners, he puts everything on the table. Everything from their past has been revealed. It's been talked about. I'm pretty sure Netflix, before they got into business with Charlemagne, is well aware of everything from his past. And so is iHeartRadio and anybody else Charlemagne partners with. So you gotta imagine the next step is legal. Charlemagne is most likely going to have his lawyers send some kind of legal paperwork to Akademiks and also Akademiks TV, possibly a cease and desist for defamation and harassment. And keep in mind, Charlemagne now has fuck you money. So you only have to assume that Charlemagne is going to do anything to protect himself, his money, his name, and also his entire brand. Now, I do not fuck with anybody being doxxed. But with that being
Y'all gotta understand, every time you listen to a Chig Smooth video, I started it right after it this time, but you hear Charlemagne on the intro. So his take is definitely expected to lean in Charlemagne's favor. I assume that, and you'll see, especially as he winds it up, he's basically gonna side for Charlemagne. But hey, Charlemagne gave him props on that intro. He's been running with it like my Nipsey intro. I kind of get it.
Being said, you gotta know that Grand Wizard, the guy behind this Akademiks TV page, he's probably pissed off so many people that who knows who his enemy is. Everybody already knows Akademiks TV page does nothing but spread lies and propaganda about people. There's been so many tweets that's had to be taken down from that page, and so many people have told Akademiks about it. But for some reason, he still kept on letting Grand Wizard get away with propaganda and lies on that page. So you'd have to imagine that he probably pissed somebody off, somebody with power and somebody with big money, enough to go and spend money and put private investigators on them. This whole situation could have easily been avoided if Akademiks would have just told Grand Wizard to chill on the propaganda on Akademiks TV Twitter page. If Charlemagne gave you a courtesy call and gave you a heads up saying, bro, it's niggas on you and your mans. Be careful. As a media personality, I'm not sure how you can possibly start waging war against somebody that looked out for you.
Oh,
The number one rule in media is to never reveal your sources.
not these days. And nobody goes by that because holding on 100, whatever y'all consider him in media, oh, he could, so-and-so called me. I heard from whoop-de-whoop. I talked to whoop-de-whoop. What? They gonna reveal their source quick, fast, in a flash. Oh, my mama.
If the roles were reversed, I don't think Akademiks would reveal his sources to Charlemagne. If this continues, this is going to go all the way left. You guys get in the comments below.
Dude, he was gonna be sounding like he leaning toward Charlemagne. I can't knock him. Chick Smooth. Obviously, Charlemagne is looking like this from a media standpoint, and Akademiks is approaching it from a homie, friend, loyalty standpoint. And that's where they clashing on this issue in these YouTube streets.
Get you some money, you're gonna feel different.
Straight up.
You might even, all that other advice I could have gave you, this the short version. You know, get you a couple dollars, man. You're gonna feel different.
Like with that hustling. Big shout out to SPI, Spot Alert. You know, I'm in the black box. Had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned. All that.